Nikunja's question is saying Bank Nifty was in consolidation for last few days. Yesterday it absorbed supply and now again coming in consolidation. Isn't this behavior suggest weakness of buyers? See, don't get ahead of markets. I am facing this issue. Now what you are doing is you are focusing on this poor trade facilitation. And I say that this is very, very important. But you are missing the context. This is the previous area of acceptance. It was the previous area of acceptance before that. This was the composite HVN. We stay above that. We develop a profile here. We are doing something here. What the smart money is doing, it's absorbing supply. Why? Because we have absorption of demand profiles towards the left. Once we finish that, we gap up. Now, even though we are moving sideways, the value has definitely moved higher. You need to first ask this question. Okay, it's not doing a good job. I understand. Completely agree with that. But why has the value moved higher? Why has it gone here? Then if you look left, you will find on daily chart another composite HVN. This is a monthly HVN. So now you are at a very, very higher time frame reference, which is expected to act as a resistance. I completely agree. So your inclination towards shorts, I can understand. But then you again go back to shorter time frame and then you ask the question, trade facilitation is poor. That means buyers are not doing a good job. But do you have any indication of sellers taking advantage? Whether there is a failed auction, no. Whether there is a test, no. Whether there is a lower value area placement, no. Whether there is good trade facilitation to the downside, nothing is happening here. We have left behind a gap. Is there any attempt to close the gap? No. So if the sellers are not taking advantage of this situation, which is exactly what happened here. Look at these 4 days. Do you have a lower value area development? No. Do you have trade facilitation to the downside? No. You have attempt to move lower, okay, at least here, but then no follow through. And all in all, we are holding above this composite HVN. Now, when you have all these signs that are telling you that buyers are not doing a good job, but sellers are not taking advantage of that, what does that tell you? That moves you closer to the possibility of absorption of supply rather than exhaustion. So what this tells me is that buyers are getting exhausted, but we haven't yet encountered aggressive selling. And as long as we don't get aggressive selling, strong selling, what the auction is going to do? It is going to move higher. Now we have moved higher. Now we are giving another area or zone of price to give us sellers. Is it giving us sellers so far? No. What do you think the auction will do? It will continue to move higher. Then you will say, then, but the trade facilitation is poor. Yes, but the trade facilitation is poor and that is the responsibility of buyers if the market is going higher. So I completely agree that buyers are not doing a good job. But then are sellers taking advantage of that? No. If sellers are not taking advantage of that, then sellers know something that we don't. So let us say that smart money sellers are not ready to sell here. Otherwise you will get lower value area, range extension and all, everything will happen to the downside. That is not happening. So they know something. They know better that they should not be selling here. Because if they sell, their footprints will be visible. We cannot see anything. So they are not selling, at least temporarily, or not selling in the quantities that will affect the market. So what is likely to happen? We might go even higher. And maybe higher prices will attract sellers. Now when you have this kind of a situation, what you do next? You go to the higher time frame chart. And you try to find, okay, this is the HVN. I am not able to find sellers around 44,500. Where do I think sellers will come in? So you next your eye should go towards the range top, that is 45,000. Keep it simple. You keep it logical, and then you will be able to take some prudent decisions in the market.